be 98 here on Wednesday.
I thought we were going for round two just because that song is so fucking fire.
We can go one more.
That was a fast-ass wardrobe change.
What you mean?
Oh, you right. Never mind. I forgot. We potting. My fault.
What's up, fellas? We're back.
Welcome
back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the drippiest fucking wrestling podcast that's out there.
And we back. Yeah, we back. We've been gone a couple months. Maybe like
WrestleMania.
Couple months.
3 months.
Yep.
3 months, maybe.
About that.
That's a good time for a break though. 3 months.
When the new season started.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really excited to get back and talk football with you guys though.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, bro.
That's what we always do.
Okay.
That's what we always do.
I think I'm on the wrong podcast.
No, dude, we're gonna talk about how the running back is very de-institutionalized, and
we talked about this, bro.
We're gonna talk about how the Commanders.
And you were very present in the conversation. I don't know why now that the cameras are on, you're acting like we've never had that convo.
I was.
We had a whole meeting about switching EgoDrip to like how jerseys and pants go together with the helmets.
All that. You were like, yeah, I agree. Remember that?
Yeah, you were all about that.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
Sports ball.
I adore football.
Are we not talking about football?
I don't think we are. I think you're wearing the wrong stuff again. Oh, we're going to get kicked off. Oh, boy. Oh, man, now we're getting another change.
Hold on. Don't be. Oh.
Okay.
New hair.
Oh, so you just switched gears that quickly, huh?
Switch gears.
That's still the wrong hat, though.
That's right.
Tongue
Where's the hat?
I have an AEW hat.
Where is the trademark Lord Lovelace hat?
Oh, you want me to conform to my old personality?
Oh, are you changing now that we're in season 2? Are you evolving?
Hot take. I've moved on from the hat and it's retired.
Wow. We just lost viewers.
You see it?
We just lost viewers.
Oh, that's hate.
They already don't like this season and the changes that have been made.
That's hate.
It's like there's a new writer now and just everything is different.
Vince McMahon came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lied to us a year ago.
He did.
He big lied.
One year ago.
He big lied.
The greatest work ever on us. We all believed it.
That was the biggest swerve of all time.
He big lied.
Yeah, he worked the shit out of us.
Yeah, he did.
We were like, oh, he's gone. Finally.
We drank the Kool-Aid. Bro.
We did.
It was fun for a good 8 months.
Did we get 8 months?
Was it 8 months? No way.
I don't know, bro. I'm spitballing. It don't feel like a full year.
I feel like we got maybe 4 months. I feel like we got half that.
Yeah.
Y'all think it was that short?
Bro, yeah, he tweeted that shit, and then like later on, it was like when they started talking about selling the company, and then he started changes to Raw and shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Shit. So I'm being
generous.
I mean, shit.
How
do we feel about it now that he's back?
I mean, it's cool. To be honest, the biggest thing happening in WWE is the Bloodline story, and that's like there's like a big drop off to things that I'm interested in WWE. I'll say.
Okay.
There's a lot of other things going on, which is nice, but there's Bloodline, and then there's the next thing, which I can't even think of right now. But
Judgment Day, probably.
Judgment Day.
I feel like there's Bloodline, then there's Judgment Day, and then you got LA Knight, who the fans are trying, and the company's just like, no, not doing it.
And then, like, I like seeing LWO, and then, like, it's like, that's it, really.
To me, it looks like they're just like trying things, which
isn't bad.
Yeah, the way that they're trying things from how I'm seeing it, it's not bad. It just looks like, again, to me, it looks like they're trying things and trying to see what'll stick, and like that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm with it.
Except
I don't know
for the one thing that would absolutely stick, and they're just like, no.
Yeah.
Which is what?
LA Knight.
That would totally work. They just wouldn't do it. They're like breaking up, dude.
Why do you?
I mean, he's already over, so like, why aren't they doing anything with him? Why does he keep losing? Why is he not in a storyline at all? I mean, even if he wasn't winning, like, he's not even in a storyline. He's just showing up, doing random shit, cutting promos before TV even goes on that are getting more views than what's actually on the TV.
Yep.
Did he lose the last match he had?
Yep.
Yeah.
He lost that fatal 4-way for.
He lost the fatal 4-way.
He got
to be in the U.S. title match. Yeah.
He got pinned.
No, Ray pinned.
He didn't get pinned, but he didn't win.
Ray pinned.
So he lost.
Cameron, right?
Cameron Grimes.
Morning. Yeah. It was either him or Sheamus.
And to me, whoever gets pinned is the one who kind of gets hurt the most. But
true.
From what I've been seeing, these are just reports, and this is just a fan reading a report. Obviously, it sounds like they got something for him lined up in the future. So I'm waiting on that.
I did hear those too.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. So, but right now, clearly, like, I mean, we see it every day on TV. Like, we clearly see it every day on TV that he is like just fucking wide-eyed right now. But based off of what I've read and what I've speculated, I'm gonna let it cook for now. Before I start saying what the fuck is going on.
It's just weird to see them, like, they know that he's big.
It's so blatant that when you see it, just looks like they're aware of it and they're trying their best to ignore it.
And there's a reason why they just send him out there to cut a promo real quick, and like literally 10 minutes later he loses a match.
No, listen, we saw them do this with Ty Dillinger. We saw them do this with Ty Dillinger, where he'd come out over as fuck, that perfect 10 shit. We loved it. And
what happened to that guy?
He's the chairman now.
That's not good. That's not good. He just had his first title match in AEW since the company began, since he's been there.
But you know what sucks about, and this is again another opinion of mine. I mean, I'm sure Hambone will agree. Just based off of how much wrestling he and him have both watched, is that at least in WWE has a bit of a habit of, for lack of a better word, burying gimmicks.
What up, Neat?
Hey, what up, Neat? But WWE has a bit of a habit of burying gimmicks that they didn't get over. If the guy got over himself, or the fan, if it's organically, they don't really fuck with that. They want to be able to say, it's because of us. Because he's been
doing that shit since
Impact.
Right?
I was just about he's been doing that since Impact. That's just always been him. And I think that WWE would much rather be able to say that we were the ones that got him doing that.
That's true.
Now it could be, because we also saw this with Bryan Danielson when he was in WWE, where he was clearly him. And they just kept on being like, nah, that's not our guy. That's not our guy. But to the point where fans kind of bully them, and they're being like, all right, we'll give y'all what y'all want, man. We'll give them the main event in WrestleMania, and we'll have them win it because y'all put the pressure on us. We could see that, but I mean, the likeliness of seeing, like a Daniel Bryan-esque rise like that again. I don't think the percentage is too high on that. Not to say that it wouldn't happen, but I don't think it's probable.
I don't know if they want that again.
I don't think they want that again.
Yeah, I think that those are hard to compare too, because while you could say that, like by the time that we had the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan had already been pushed by WWE. He had already been world champion and tag team champion and all that before that happened.
Yeah, but wasn't the Yes Movement story kind of circling around?
I know, but my point is, LA Knight is not in the same position that Daniel Bryan was at the time.
I'm not going by position. I think what I'm talking about is just an organic reaction to him, and it's getting bigger and bigger every week, clearly. And WWE's just like, yeah, we see it. It's nice. It's nice. And we're just like, okay, so what the fuck are you going to do about it?
That's nice. Yeah, pretty much.
Where do you want to start?
Well, we were gone for a while, boys, so we're going to go over a couple of the big shows that we missed here.
Do it.
So we missed Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Forbidden Door.
I need a refresher course.
The next slide has all.
Well, luckily we've got the matches. There we go.
Okay. Hey, what's up, buddy?
We're prepared over here.
Finn just popped up. Finn saw
Are
me
we though?
talking
Because now I gotta get real close to it.
Finn saw me talking to the
Yeah, I gotta
computer,
read
and
it.
he like popped his head into the screen to see who I was talking to. We're all blind as fuck. I'm the only one not wearing glasses. MJ. Okay. I remember.
All right, so MJF and Tanahashi.
We're going through all these?
I mean,
we'll just go through it real quick. Listen, this is if there are any.
I have nothing to say about
Japan,
MJF versus Tanahashi. I have nothing to say about it.
yeah,
if there are any New Japan marks watching this, I'm gonna piss them off real quick. But Tanahashi looked washed in that match. Good.
He
you looked
very
like the watch
washed.
the night before too.
He looked washed in the against Swerve. Yeah.
CM Punk and Kojima, whatever.
Really? I like that match. That was a good match.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Orange Cassidy, Zack Sabre Jr., Shibata, and Daniel Garcia. Now, I liked that match. That match was a banger.
That was a great match.
I really want to see Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. again. I love Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. is just a joy to watch. He's very enjoyable in the ring. He's hilarious, smart ass outside of it. I very much enjoy his work.
I don't know much about him besides that. So.
Yeah, I'm a new ZSJ fan. So I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like I know who he is. I didn't know who he was, honestly, until I think the first Forbidden Door. But from what I've heard about him and what I've seen, he's like that. He's him.
Yeah. Sonata and Jungle Boy.
The beginning of the end.
Didn't care.
The beginning, yes. The beginning of the heel turn. That's what I think this was.
That's what it was.
What happened in that match?
I don't remember about the match. I remember about what happened after the match when he turned on Hook.
Was that match?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't care.
Beginning of all that.
Don't care.
Yeah.
What do we care about on this card?
10-man tag was cool with the Elite and Blackpool, and then we saw.
Ospreay versus Omega.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah, Ospreay versus Omega.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to remember what the main event was, or like what
that was Danielson versus Okada.
Yeah, but the Ospreay Omega match was like talk of the fucking night though. Everyone. It was
also the longest match of the fucking night. How long was that match? Like 40 minutes.
It says
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah. Jesus fucking.
I love how we're all just. What is that? Oh, huh?
Next time I'll bring it on my fucking thing so we can see it. I'll have it in front of me so I can read it off to you guys.
It was a good match. Great match. That Tiger Driver was something. Made me cringe, not gonna lie.
Right guy won too.
Like he had a bone to pick.
Yeah, he did. Because remember, he lost the last match. And that was supposed to be like the big like revenge match for him.
For sure. Yeah.
Right guy won though. Right guy won.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it got to a point where I was just like, I was so burnt out from that match. I got to a point where I'm like, all right, bro, they got to wrap this shit up, man. Like 40 minutes, like fucking shit. But a great match. Not to like, I don't want to be negative. I don't mean to come across negative, but it was a great fucking match.
There's just no reason for Kenny to be United States champion anymore. He wasn't doing anything with it in New Japan.
No.
I think Kenny just liked being in New Japan.
Yeah. I mean, we've said it before. Kenny Omega only cares about New Japan. He does not care about AEW.
He does not at all. This next match, the Sting, Darby Allin, and everybody,
Naito.
I really wish that was like a Falls Count Anywhere match because it just lacked something. It was missing something to me. It was really good still, but it still was just missing something. Like I wanted to see because we've seen nothing but like when Sting gets in the ring, it's like craziness. And this time it just didn't feel like that, and I kind of wanted that. I think I even turned to Colin. I was like, man, I wish this was a little more of a stipulation or something because it was just
that was a dope match. It was just after that Will Ospreay Kenny Omega match, like it was almost like a kind of like
it was a breather.
Yeah, man, it was like I need to cool off after that last match because it was just so much. And
Sting still took some hard shots in that match.
I thought
it was knocked out at one point where they cracked heads.
Am I bugging or didn't he get his teeth knocked out in that match?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that was a report.
It's a crazy old man, that guy.
Yeah, he pretty much is like just a crazy old man.
Going harder than he needs to.
At what, like 63?
He can literally just stop anytime he wants, and no one would be.
Yeah, he's starting to scare me.
Exactly.
Like, he's starting.
He can stop at any time, and ain't nobody gonna say shit to him.
Please, bro. Like, now whenever I see because I mean, how many singles matches has Sting had in AEW? Like just him. Not a lot,
by
right?
himself, I don't think any.
I don't know. I don't think he's had any.
Right. So anytime it was the same thing when Kurt came back and did his last run in WWE. It was like anytime you see him in a tag team match, you know why they got him in a tag team match.
Yep.
You know why. So I'm thinking, okay, same thing for Sting. He's older. He's up there. He ain't gonna be doing too much. It don't make a fucking difference, bro. It don't make a
you
fucking
were wrong.
difference. Oh my god, bro. I'm like, all right, cool. Like he's 62. I get it, bro. Like he's gonna pick the crazy kid. Sure. Don't make a goddamn difference, bro. He's right there doing crazier shit than Darby sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Sting's here, to get the hot tag, get the big pop. He's gonna come in, hit those two moves, Scorpion death drop. We're done. We're out of here. Sting's
like, nah. That's it. Nah.
Sting's
I want to jump off something.
Yeah. Is there a ladder here somewhere?
God,
is there a balcony?
Has he been in any of the Blood and Guts matches?
No,
I don't think so.
The only people who've been in Blood and Guts matches has really been like BCC, whoever they're beefing with.
Oh man, that should be Sting's retirement match.
That's what
he should be in a Blood and Guts. He should be the final guy to come in.
Oh man,
so he doesn't have to go a full hour and just imagine the shit that he would do. Final match, Blood and Guts. He's gonna, he's gonna be on top of that cage.
Oh my god, bro! What Pac did to who was it? One of the Bucks. I could totally see Sting doing some shit like that.
Who would y'all want that to be against? I know it would be Darby with them, but who would be against?
In a Blood and Guts match with Sting and Darby Allin?
Yeah.
Whoever the Don Callis family is gonna be. Him and Jericho in there together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yep.
I was gonna say BCC because it's Sting. Sting would be like, nah, just treat me like one of the guys. So he'd pick the worst team to fight against in a match like that.
Yeah.
But I like Hammy's idea better.
Honestly, BCC could be with them, so make 5 people, have Yuta, fucking Moxley, and Claudio, and then Darby.
The most violent ones.
Fight Don Callis family. That'd be lit.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'd be fire. Yeah, do that. Do fucking that shit.
No.
I like where we're going now.
Little fantasy booking.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should do an episode where we fantasy book our own pay-per-view.
Down.
I'm down to do that. We can do that.
Pretty damn tough.
Let's do it.
All right, and then of course, Daniel Bryan and Okada.
Oh, back. Thank you. Sorry, I misspoke. Bryan.
That was a good match. That was a great match.
We have not seen Daniel since.
This guy fucking breaks his forearm 10 minutes in, and he's like, "Nah, we got 20 minutes to go."
So hold up. So what was the spot where he broke his arm exactly?
I don't know.
It was some type of flip.
Don't
know that. I know it was some type of flip, but God knows they can't. I should have went back and watched this shit.
I remember because we was watching the match and Nick said something during the match. I never caught it.
He was nursing his fucking. He was doing this with his arm. He was doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't pick that up, and then I think after when we saw the X-ray, because he that was gnarly, bro. That was gnarly.
You gotta get a whole new arm. You can't use the arm anymore.
So how long is he gonna be out?
They had to cut it off and put a new one on.
Literally.
Wait, seriously?
He's got a robot arm now. No, I don't think so. He look like Anakin Skywalker out here, bro.
That would be funny as shit. Or like Finn from fucking Adventure Time. Because I was talking to Sheila about injuries. It was Sheila or somebody else about like injuries, because like whenever you hear a wrestler gets in, I'm sure it's the same thing for like any other sport, but because we're talking about wrestling here, I can only speak for wrestling. But she was asking me a question about something. And I was like, yeah, whenever you hear like a wrestler gets a certain injury, sometimes you can just tell based off the injury how long they're probably going to be out. Yeah. So like if they have like a torn ACL, they're probably going to be out for the rest of the year, right?
For a while. Yeah.
And if it's like a neck injury or some shit, you better start praying because they might not come back.
Yeah.
And if they do come back, it's going to be for a fucking minute, right? Yeah. But I don't know how long like an injury like that, like what Danielson got, I don't know how long he'd be out for with something like that.
That one seems like it's going to be a while, just because of the way the X-ray looked. And honestly, like you can
snapped it clean in half, bro.
You can kind of equate it to like NFL football injuries, kind of the same thing. Is like you can hear the injury and kind of base off kind of how long it's going to take for them to get back to being ready. So that's kind of what you're looking at. That one looks so bad, dude.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, so
I remember them saying
it's
when
a
it
clean
happened.
Snap.
Yeah, the first thing they said was 8 weeks, but then it was so bad that he had to do surgery and have a metal plate installed. So I'm sure that made it longer than 8 weeks.
How long was Adam Cole gone? I know it was a different injury, but how long was Adam Cole gone?
9 months, I think.
He was gone for a while.
You might be looking at like 6 months then, because the arm is not as fucking fragile as the neck. So you're not. I don't think you're looking as deep as that. But you may be looking at, we're not seeing Danielson for the rest of the year in a ring for sure. So early 2024, I think that's when we're seeing, that type of vibe.
Sheesh, man.
Yeah.
Well, we are back for season 2, but we are not getting rid of what is Khan eating tonight.
No, we're not.
We got some good old fashioned.
If you say a quesadilla, I swear to God.
No.
That's all you eat. Quesadillas every time.
No, sir. No, sir. This one is macaroni and cheese and some shrimp.
I'm about to do macaroni and cheese and chicken. That's crazy.
She made it like that bang bang shrimp style though.
Oh.
Yeah, she hooked it the fuck up.
This is a wrestling and food podcast, by the way.
We're gonna make food. Like one Sunday, we're just gonna pick a random Sunday and just start. All three of us just start cooking.
We should just one day just come on here and just start talking our favorite recipes.
I can make the fuck out of some burgers, boy.
Yo, speaking of that though, Con, do you remember when we were kids when WWE came out with a cookbook, a recipe book?
No way.
What was it called?
I think it was called "Can You Take the Heat?"
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to find that, Nick, and send that to you.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'll buy it.
They said like all of them were from the wrestlers, their own personal recipes that they were giving to the book.
Right, like Funaki has this quiche recipe.
Yeah,
which I'm sure he probably did. Funaki, I wouldn't put it past. But then it will be like,
yeah. You think Funaki makes a banging quiche?
Big Show has this crazy apple fritters recipe, and I'm like, I'm not buying that Big Show came up with that.
But you think Funaki makes a good quiche?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm more inclined to believe that he has a.
He wasn't getting a lot of TV time, so I mean, I'm sure he had a lot of free time on his hands.
It's true.
True. Is quiche a Japanese food?
No.
Like, do you think they make quiche over there, or a version of it?
It might be a version of it, but they're not calling it quiche. Quiche is like, what is that? That's like Swedish.
My wife is my wife is producing this for us tonight, and she's probably laughing right now because we do have an inside joke that has to do with quiche. And then here it is, Quiche again. Somehow we just keep talking about Quiche in our life. Anyway.
Call me Quiche Sweat.
I love inside jokes. I would like to be a part of one day.
You could call me Limitless Quiche Lee.
You didn't hear what Nick said. You didn't catch what Nick said. Nick funny as shit.
I didn't catch what Nick said. What'd you say?
He made a little office joke.
Jokes. I would love to be a part of one day. An old inside. It's an office joke.
It's an office joke.
Well, we also missed Money in the Bank, boys.
No, that was a good fucking pay-per-view.
It was.
So let's talk about Money in the Bank.
You got the card for that one? Can we pull that one up?
We do.
Everyone get prepared to read?
Okay. Was the men's Money in the Bank match the first match?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Great fucking match.
Believe it or not.
Great fucking
LA
match.
Knight lost that one too.
Not mad at that one though.
No, I'm not mad. Damian Priest is doing really well as
he's doing great, bro. He's doing better than I thought he would.
I mean, my number one choice obviously was LA Knight, but if he did not win, Damian Priest was the next best and most logical answer. And this went exactly like I thought when we were talking about people were talking about Logan Paul. I said Logan Paul is not going to win this because Ricochet is going to cost him, and they're going to end up at SummerSlam, and that's exactly what happened.
As soon as they got eliminated, bro, they're backstage beating the shit out of each other.
That was crazy. Yeah. That was a crazy fight.
That was a scary bump.
They were, they were swinging like they were for real.
Yeah, and that bump through the table, Ricochet was like, "Nah, we're doing it.
Rough.
You're going."
That was fucking rough.
Who was it that Logan Paul tried to hit on the ladder, and it didn't move? It didn't budge at all. Was it Damian? Might
have been Priest.
Yo, fucking people on the internet after that for like a week and a half were like, "Oh, that was a botch. That was a botch." It's like, how is that a botch, dude? The ladder didn't break.
Shut up.
Nothing about that was a fucking botch.
Shut up.
I hate people, dude.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I don't even remember that match.
I don't either.
Going through the video.
Ronda and Shayna won, which is I figured would happen.
No, I thought Shayna turned on Ronda.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was where she turned.
Or no, Ronda turned on Shayna. Was
not expecting that.
No, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't know what the hell was happening.
That was funny as shit though. I was laughing. I don't like Ronda, so
not many people do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody like Ronda?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Ronda.
I just, dude, I told you what I fucking every time I hear her theme music, I think of Shrek. So,
they use that song for everything, bro.
They really do. So every time I hear it, I just think of that fucking scene because it's a wrestling scene too, bro.
If she had a different theme, would you like her?
No.
I wouldn't.
It just adds to it.
The song doesn't help. The song doesn't help because again, she picked the song. She just picked the song that's overused, man. Like they use it in. I don't know if y'all ever watched Freaks and Geeks. That was the theme song for Freaks and Geeks.
That's really funny.
I never really got into it, but my wife loves Freaks and Geeks, so she probably loves you right now.
Your wife has exquisite taste, man. Freaks and Geeks was my shit.
Well, I mean, clearly she married me, so.
Bar.
See what I did there? See, you let me walk right into that one, Con.
I'm not mad at it,
and I like you for it.
Nick, I'm thinking this guy.
I'm thinking this guy.
Gunther and Matt Riddle, which I'm going to be honest, I was let down by that match. Really? I was expecting a lot more from them too, and it was over kind of quick and wasn't really very back and forth competitive.
It was the shortest match on the card.
Oh wow, yeah, shortest match on the card. It sure was.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Wow. Oh, okay. Wasn't really too memorable, honestly. I couldn't even tell you what happened.
Matt Riddle lost.
No way. Not Matt.
Cody and Dom. I thought this was a decent match. I enjoyed this match.
I actually thought Cody was gonna. I thought Dom was gonna beat Cody. Actually, obviously through some like underhanded ass shit, but I didn't expect Cody to win.
Yeah,
the way Dom went recently. That's what I thought, honestly. Mm-hmm. The what is LC?
Io Sky winning the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
That was the right decision.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I would have also been okay with Zelina, but
yeah.
You know what? I liked seeing Trish in a Money in the Bank ladder match. I actually liked seeing that.
Me too. There's another one, kind of like Sting. Doesn't need to be doing this shit at her age.
At all.
You know? I just read earlier, actually, that she said because she's never been in a cage match, she wants to be in a cage match before this run is over. She said she doesn't care if it's a regular cage or a Hell in the Cell or what, but she wants to be in one before this run.
Listen, I'm a fan of this Trish Stratus run. I'm a big fan of it, bro. It's good to see her back in the ring. I like it.
Came back at 47, and she ain't fucking around.
She's 47?
Yeah, bro.
Good for her, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm really glad she's back. Damn.
Yeah.
She looks great, bro. She don't look 47.
No, she does not.
Good for
her. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, great match.
Mm-hmm.
Great match.
And I'm glad it wasn't a one-off, honestly.
Yeah, they're keeping it going, which is nice.
It is a little disappointing to me though that like SummerSlam's kind of shaping up to be a lot of rematches. Cody and Brock again, Seth and Finn again. There's something else on there that I can't think of right now that's a rematch. There was at least 3 that I can think of.
Technically.
What is it?
Jay and Roman. The Usos versus the Bloodline was the match at Money in the Bank, and now we're getting Jay Jay versus Roman.
Yeah, but I think there was something else too. I can't think of what the hell it is right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right, and then Usos and Roman and Solo.
I wasn't feeling that match.
Really?
No?
I'm lying. It was a great match.
Oh, okay.
it was a fantastic match, bro.
Really?
Nah.
I was about to say, this motherfucker, he's trying to be different right here. Yeah, I'm different. I'm not really into the Bloodline storyline. You know?
Nah, it was a great fucking match, bro.
I was like, you're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong. But
y'all are about to be outraged. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
I wasn't gonna be outraged. I was like, please explain. Like, I want to know. Like,
yeah. I needed to know the answer of why.
I was like, maybe I missed something. I don't know.
Nah, this was I mean, they knock it out the park every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say. Like, even with everything going on right now, for the people that said, "Hey, I'm tired of it. I want it to be done." I get it. I get it. I can't even argue with it. You feel me? I get it, bro. The storyline's been going on for a while, and we're not used to seeing storylines go on this long. I totally understand it. But if I'm speaking for me, I'm loving that there's always a new layer to this whole story. I really do. Because now it's obviously put Roman in the position. Everybody involved in this storyline is elevated in a sense. And I think that out of the two, was it Jimmy was the one that kept getting arrested? Was it Jay? Not to just bring that up. Y'all remember that? One of the Usos kept getting DUIs for like a while. Was it Jimmy or was it Jay?
It was Jimmy.
It was Jimmy.
Jay got like 1 and then never did it again. Jimmy got like 6 in a row.
Okay, well, never mind. I thought it was Jay. Because if it was Jay, I was going to be like, what a hell of a turnaround to see where he's at now. But it's Jimmy. Either way, Jimmy's elevated too. But again, just speaking for myself, yeah, I'm not tired of the Bloodline stuff. It looks like they're done now. Like in terms, it looks like they've officially broken up now.
Yeah.
And Roman and Jay at SummerSlam of all places, I'm definitely going to tune in to see what happens with that.
I think a big thing that was going on with the Bloodline thing was that like there was a period of time, maybe like 3 or 4 months, where like nothing substantial was happening on SmackDown or Raw at the time whenever they were at the show.
Yeah.
It was only happening, like a big part of the story was only happening in pay-per-views. And I think that's why a lot of people got kind of bored with it, was that people were just like, I know nothing's going to happen today.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till the fucking pay-per-view for something.
Like, if you felt like the story was dragging out, like, I can't even be mad at that.
Yeah. That's
like, said, at times, and I do get now, like, in the context of the story, it was just like, there was no, in my opinion, there was no fat to the story. But I think that it was obviously it's a long story because it's still going on even after they've broken up. I just think that there's a lot of.
Go ahead.
I just think that there's a lot of parts to the story,
Yeah.
And if you like that type of thing, then you're gonna be entertained from start to finish. But if you don't, I get it, because it's not often that we see in wrestling storylines go this long.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying the storyline. There were parts of it where, like you said, a couple months ago, where it did feel like it was dragging, because it was like every week, like Jimmy and Jerry, like, oh, do we or don't we trust you? Yeah. You know, are you there for us or aren't you? It's like,
that's an aspect of the story.
Still wondering at this point.
That's one, and I'm glad you said that, bro, because I thought the reason why I never said nothing was because I didn't want to be the odd man out. But that is one part of the story that's kind of bugging me, and I'm glad you said it because it tells me you see it too. Is they kept that going for too long, and even now I feel like they still kind of keep that going. Where it's like, how do you not know at this point?
Yeah,
like how do you not know at this point after everything I've been through? You still act like you're unsure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they did that for a couple weeks after WrestleMania, where I was like, I can't believe we're still doing this. Like every week, they're still like, come on, like it's. I've cut family off quicker than these motherfuckers, and it wasn't even on camera.
Like shit.
It was.
Oh, did he freeze?
Oh, I don't know. Does he love us or doesn't he? Like, come on. But my one fear about this storyline is that they do end up dragging it on too long, because I feel like the Bloodline storyline has been going so well for so long that they're going to get to a point, obviously we got Jay and Roman. We're going to get through that, and then we're going to explore Roman and Solo. Obviously, that's next, right? And then, really, there's no more to do after that. But I feel like they're going to start putting more into it because they don't know what to do. Where they're going to be like, oh, my God, this storyline has been so successful. What the fuck are we going to do when it's over? Well, let's keep stretching it out.
I haven't.
And then I feel like they might go too far with it.
I've been thinking about that too. It's just like, like you said, like it's been like A+ across the board with everything they've been doing with the Bloodline storyline. It's like when it's finally done, and I feel like it finally ends whenever Roman loses the championship.
Yeah,
because I'm under the impression that Roman gonna take a break for a while after this.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, well, what does that leave? The Usos and Solo. Like, what do you do next after that? Because it's just been going on for so damn long.
Yeah, I almost feel like once it's over, we're gonna see the Usos almost take the same dip in popularity that KO and Sammy have, because they're just not going to be able to continue that kind of momentum, just like they weren't with KO and Sammy. They had that match at WrestleMania, and then after they were done with the Usos a month later, now they're just a couple of other guys on the roster. When 6 months ago they were two of the most popular guys, you could have put them in a title match and nobody would have batted an eye. Now it's like, they're just another tag team.
You think the hype for them died down? You think the hype for Sammy and KO died down?
Absolutely. I would say if you look at the crowd reaction to Sammy now compared to 6 months ago, ain't nowhere near the same.
Okay.
They should have pulled the trigger on him, in my opinion, but what do I know? I'm just a mark.
Now, when you say that the hype has died down, do you think that? Are you saying that people don't care no more, or are you saying that they still care, just not as much?
Yeah, they care, just not as much.
Definitely.
I think 6 months ago, fans would have been like, oh, hell yeah, Sammy could be world champion. And now if you ask them, they'd probably be like, I like him a lot, but I don't really see that anymore.
Right, yeah.
They didn't continue that momentum. He's still popular, but he ain't in the same position he was 6 months ago.
Now, if we flip that, let's go to somebody like Cody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you think the fan reaction is to him right now?
I don't think the fan reaction has changed for Cody. Cody is still hot. Hot.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, and I hope I'm able to tie this together the way that I'm thinking I can tie this together. So, what do you think the difference between Sammy and Cody is?
Cody has been positioned as the guy, and Sammy has not. Even though Cody lost at WrestleMania, it is very clear that he is one of their top guys. He's feuding with another top guy, and I think fans know that eventually he will be world champion. Whereas it's pretty clear with Sammy that, you're not going to be feuding with top guys anymore. You're going to go feud with the other guys in Imperium, and you're probably never going to be a world champion. Now, you've hit your peak.
That's true.
Shit. Okay. Well said. Well said. I'm prepared to argue, but like I can't argue with that. Yeah. I was asking myself that. I really didn't know what the difference was. But I mean, shit. That is it. Cody is still positioned as a guy. He's been feuding with Lesnar for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
He won the Royal, but like okay.
Yeah, I mean, Lesnar's a top guy. Had somehow Sammy and KO didn't win at SummerSlam, and they didn't stay a tag team. And Sammy's the one facing Brock Lesnar. Sammy's the one who was the underdog against a Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'd still be as over as he was 6 months ago. Maybe he'd still be looked at as a top guy if he was main eventing PLEs like Cody is, but he's not.
All right, now let me ask you this since you said that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something small, but it's just fun to talk. Do you prefer the term PLE or PPV?
Pay-per-view.
It's PPV for me just because I'm so used to it, I feel like it rolls off the tongue better too,
I agree. When I kept seeing PLE, and it was funny because if you have WWE 2K, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm tripping, but I know that these last 2 WWE games in particular, like they update their game a lot to stay more current now, which is something they didn't used to. I'm subscribing to the theory to my theory. I didn't see because when I first started playing, and you do the GM mode, and you're like, putting the shows together, it was like, okay, so you got this PPV coming up, right? Mm-hmm. Then when this PLE shit started, I turn on the game. Now all of a sudden it's PLE, and I was like, what the fuck is a PLE? And I think Nick told me. I prefer PPV. Same reason. It's just like I'm used to calling it PPV, bro.
I'm pretty sure that earlier this week, Carmelo Hayes called himself Mr. PLE on NXT. So it's
Yeah, he's jumping on that.
He's jumping on that. He's Mr. taking it just like wasn't that who was it? RVD that called himself Mr. PPV, right?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It just goes to show you how old we're getting. Goddamn, bro.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a new segment called Drip or Drag, where we're going to every week take a. Oh no! We're going into other headlines. Don't even listen to me. This is what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? Yeah. I didn't even know he was still working with WWE.
That's because he never debuted again. They hired him and he was never on TV again.
So what? He had like
he got paid for 9 months doing nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. They hired him in like October of last year, and he just didn't do anything.
I just assumed that he had like a backstage role or some shit.
No. So he came back to work with Triple H. No. And then Vince McMahon took back over, and then he said, I don't want to work with Vince. And I got to applaud him for that. If only a bunch of other people had done the same.
Interesting. So he left because he didn't want to work with Vince.
Yes. He said he had creative and moral differences. Oh, Nick looks like he's got a hot take up there.
I don't know who this is.
Well, I thought you were watching Impact.
I thought you were hip to Eric Young a little bit.
Dude, I haven't recorded on my Sling. I just haven't, like, anytime I think about doing it, I go do something else.
Shit, I was watching it today. Nick, do you
anytime
remember?
I think about doing it, I just think, nah.
What was the group? What was this group called in NXT?
Sanity.
Was it Sanity or Insanity? It was just Sanity?
Sanity, yeah.
Nick, do you remember Sanity at all?
Who was in it besides him?
Eric Young was a leader. Nikki Cross was in there.
Oh,
what was that big dude's name before they called
Killian Dane?
Killian Dane and the dude that was in Imperium too.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf.
Alexander Wolf. That's
what year was this?
Fuck man, what was that?
2018, maybe.
I wasn't around. I wasn't watching.
So Eric Young is primarily known for his work in Impact, more specifically when it was TNA. He started. I mean, he's done a lot of shit, man. He went through a lot of phases in TNA. He was in Team Canada with Scott D'Amore and Bobby Roode and P.D. Williams. He did that. He did like the goofy, silly kind of jokey joke role. He was like a comedy wrestler for a while, and he got serious. He did World Elite. He just did a bunch of shit, bro. And he's kind of like well, not even kind of. He's like a TNA legend at this point.
Yeah.
But that's primarily where like people know him from.
He had a fishing show.
He had a fishing show. Oh yeah, he did have a fishing show. Wow, I forgot about that when he was married to ODB. I forgot about that. The fishing show was like
when he was Knockouts Tag Team Champions with ODB.
It was like wasn't it like some Deadliest Catch type shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Eric Young did a lot in TNA. He did a whole fucking lot. So when he got to WWE, I mean, naturally everyone who knew who he was excited just because we knew what his work. And then he got to WWE, and I mean, you know how it go, bro.
Yeah,
you know how it go. But yeah, I didn't know that he was still working.
WWE, they gonna WWE, and they WWE'd hard with him.
Cheers.
They WWE the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
they WWE the fuck out of him.
So they brought him in and paid him, but he never showed up on TV ever.
Yeah. So in 2018, they brought him into NXT. He had a group called Sanity. Uh-huh. They were on there for about 6 months or so. Then they got brought up to the main roster. They were there for probably about 6 months or so. They did nothing with them. Then they let them all go. He went back to Impact, had another year and a half run there, and then Triple H took over, and Triple H wanted to bring him back because Triple H liked him.
When he went back to Impact, he became the world champion. And then he did that. What was that group called? Violent by Design.
Violent by Design.
They're just called the Design now. But like when he went back to Impact, this is around the time that like they were working with AEW at this point, I think. And
what's up, XOJ?
What's up? Yeah, what's up, Jay? But yeah, he was a world champion. He was leading a group. Like he was in a pretty like prominent storyline, and then they killed him. Remember that?
Yeah, he got stabbed to death.
He got stabbed. Cody Deaner stabbed
in his last episode before he went back to WWE. Yeah.
Then he showed up at a Slammiversary or Scott D'Amore in Team Canada.
Yeah.
This should be a support group. Probably. It's called AEW.
Yep. That's funny as hell.
He got rehired in like October. He was reportedly going to be a part of Bray Wyatt's faction, whatever that was when it happened.
Really?
And then Vince took back over, and he didn't want to work for Vince, so he asked to be released. And since Bray was off TV for the past 3 months anyway, they let him go. So he went back to Impact again.
We're back into the times where people are really hyping up Bray Wyatt's return to WWE, and I'm honestly just not like.
So what's going on with him? Is he injured?
I don't know, bro. But
they said that he was out for illness when he was supposed to have that match with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. They never said what it was. They still haven't said what it is. So nobody really knows.
I'm not getting myself psyched up for a Bray Wyatt thing again. I'm just not doing that to myself.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I love cool. Bray, but that last run was
questionable.
It was disappointing.
Those first 3 weeks when he was like coming out with the fucking lantern and all the fucking lights and shit, and with the new song and all that, I was hyped. I was ready to go, and then.
I'll be honest with y'all. I got a hot take. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. We'll see. In my opinion, hot take. I think that the Fiend is the best version of Bray Wyatt to me, man. This version of Bray Wyatt.
I'll agree with that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a little tough to book that type of part, like the Fiend. How the fuck do you book the Fiend? I get it, man. Like it's just out there. But this version of Bray Wyatt, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but it was a little confusing for me to understand.
Well, I mean, that was the issue. It was confusing to everybody because he just didn't give us any answers of what the fuck this was supposed to be.
That's what it was for me. It was like they never gave us anything. It's like, bro, you're stringing us along week to week to week, and you're not telling us fucking nothing. We don't really know who Uncle Howdy was.
Yeah, no.
Like we all
apparently it was supposed to be Bo Dallas, but
that was supposed to be his brother.
We have no fucking idea.
No clue.
Yeah.
So it's like you strung us along for so fucking long, and then never told us fucking anything, and then you like want us to do what? Like I don't know. Like at some point you gotta give us the carrot at some point. Like
yeah, bro, you leave us in the dark too much.
Yeah. Bray comes out at the end of Cody Brock match at SummerSlam to be.
I've been thinking about that. I actually would like to see Bray Wyatt, a Bray Wyatt Cody Rhodes feud. I'd like to see that a lot, actually.
That'd be cool.
Because
I feel like there could be a lot that Bray could do with Cody's past in a feud.
Definitely. Because you got I think that something that people kind of forget about Bray and Cody was that during both of their first runs, they were in that company at the same time.
Yeah.
And they were two completely different dudes, bro. Remember that? Two completely different from who they are now.
Yeah, Husky Harris and Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, bro. I think there's a story there. I think there's a big story there. I would definitely like to see Bray and Cody go at it.
Yeah. As long as there's somebody to rein Bray in a little bit. I think Bray has the creative mind to come up with some crazy shit, but he's got to have somebody to help him. Somebody that kind
of
put it on TV in a way that makes sense.
Like, yo, let's translate this to the fans a little bit.
Yeah. Yes.
I got you. Yeah.
He's got to tell us what the crazy shit is.
Yeah.
We have no fucking idea.
We need explanations.
Yeah, like we need a little bit of something, bro.
Yeah.
Like we get it, you're fucking weird and crazy, but like we need to know what that is. Like,
all right, what's next?
Nick Aldis
finishes with Impact. Now, I said this, that he was only on, he said himself that he was only on a handshake deal with him. And I knew it probably wasn't going to last long because he was just waiting for WWE to get rid of their hiring freeze so that he can show up there. And that's what's going to happen. His ass is going to show up in WWE.
Impact, bro. I was watching Impact and I forgot that he was back with Impact. And I saw him do a little segment with Eric Young.
Yeah. Damn. That was his last match.
Wow. Nick, are you hip to Nick Aldis?
No.
In my opinion, another TNA legend, even though
can you do something with this guy, Con?
Hey, listen. Look,
I'm not going to grill him for not knowing Impact.
Yeah, I'm not going time for me. This is content. Y'all telling me who these people are. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. All this same thing. He wasn't like a TNA original, but first time that we did see him on wrestling television was in Impact. But he used to go by Brutus
Magnus.
Brutus Magnus. That's who he was at first.
Okay.
And he had like a whole group called the British Invasion. It was him, Doug Williams, Rob Terry. They were there for a while, and then he left Impact and then went to NWA, right? Was it NWA?
Yeah. He's been in NWA for like 5-6 years, and I would say that he's the only reason that they became relevant again.
Yeah,
and then they kind of fucked him over.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like their guy. And now he's back. He's back as Nick Aldis. And he is Mickie James's husband, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he's married to Mickie James.
Okay.
XLJ with a good point there that there are rumors that WWE only wants him as an agent, which I don't think, one, that he would go for, and two, because he's not even 40 yet. Like, the dude's like 36 years old. He's got a lot of years in him left.
He looks a little
he started real young, bro. He was like 22 when he debuted in TNA.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. Okay, he was young. So he's only like 36. He can still work, too. Yeah. Let me, I can explain Nick Aldis to you real quick, Nick.
Sure.
He's the British Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good comparison.
That's what he is. Yeah. He's British Cody Rhodes.
He's UK Cody Rhodes, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always in suits. He's always like very classy and
very well spoken.
He's a good wrestler in the ring, very like traditional wrestler like Cody. He's British Cody Rhodes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
British Nightmare.
He's like that though, bro. He's like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with it. Hell yeah. The British.
Yeah, I mean, he does wrestle smart. I like Nick Aldis a lot, and I think that if WWE hired him, just as an agent, that'd be a mistake because I think he could be a big deal for them.
That's like when they wanted to hire Eddie Kingston as a coach.
Yeah. I'd like to see Nick Aldis and Gunter go at it a little bit.
Ooh,
you've never seen him, Nick, but Nick Aldis, he's a big dude. He's like,
I was about to ask.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah,
he's a large man.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see Aldis and Rollins for real.
Oh yeah.
I really want to see that. Or Aldis versus McIntyre. As tired of McIntyre as I am, I would love to see Aldis versus McIntyre.
I'd like to see Aldis and Sheamus.
Yeah.
A lot of matches because he's never been in WWE, so there's a lot of guys he has not wrestled. Like he spent so much of his time in TNA and then NWA wrestling nobodies.
Yeah.
So wrestling Tyrus. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. I forgot Tyrus is in NWA.
Yeah. All right. So if you watched Collision, saw at the end of the 6-man tag, Billy Gunn took off his boots, left him in the ring. That usually means, that a wrestler is retiring. Now, when it happened, I thought, hey, this is a work. This is just part of the storyline, right?
Me too.
But then here are both of his kids going on Twitter who, in storyline and kayfabe, they don't like him right now. And going on and saying very nice things about him and his career. So, is it a work or is it a shoot?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Because if you look at Austin Gunn's tweet, the black one on the side there, he said that, Billy specifically said that when he did it, he didn't want to make a big deal out of it. He didn't want like some, big build up to it or anything. He just wanted to do it on his terms. And if that's true, I mean, that would explain Collision because all of us were kind of like, oh shit, what's going on right now,
Yeah, I think it's both. I think the fashion in which he did it was very worky, very dramatic. Because right before he did that, Malachi leaned in and said something to him.
Yeah, and then so did Buddy on his way out.
True, that did happen.
You know what I mean? So like maybe they were telling him, hey, congratulations. Like maybe they were, politely just saying goodbye to. I don't know. But
well, see, that's why I thought it was a work con because Malachi's whole thing is that every time he faces somebody, he gets in their head and fucks with them somehow. So I thought that Billy Gunn's reaction was just a reaction of Malachi saying, hey, plus, maybe it's time for you to hang it up. You're old, you can't do it anymore.
On top of that, when Billy leaves the ring, you know what I mean? Like if to me, if he was like retiring and it was for real, sure. But like even just the way he left the ring, you know what I mean? Like Max and
Anthony,
they looked like they didn't know what he was doing. And then, they're trying to talk to him and he just kind of pushes past them.
Yeah.
Looked very worky to me. But I do think that I think that like the way he did it was a work, but I do think that because he's like 59 years old, I think that this is probably like a storyline that's going to lead to his retirement. I'm cool with being wrong, but I think the fashion in which they did it was obviously just TV shit. But I do think that he's gearing up to kind of hang it up.
I think it'd be cool if it was both. I think it'd be pretty cool if he was actually done. That was him saying goodbye, but he decided, hey, I'm going to do this, but let's turn it into part of the storyline for everybody.
Yeah. I'm with it.
And that could be it where, hey, Malachi convinced him to retire. Yeah. And then, Anthony and Max obviously are trying to talk him out of it, but he's like, no, I'm done. But then it's actually his last match. I think it'd be pretty cool if it was both.
I think so too.
The only reason I don't think it's a work is because of their responses here.
Right.
Because I really feel like their whole thing right now is like, we hate our dad. So even if it was any type of work, I feel like they would be like, oh my God, thank God he's fucking gone.
Right.
In my head.
That's right. That was what I was thinking too.
From the Guns on TV is just that's who they portray themselves as. That like, oh my God, this fucking guy's fucking gone. Thank God.
Yeah, but like if this is let's say this is just for the sake of the story, when you want to convince the fans that maybe he is retiring,
right?
even
Yeah, exactly.
So
maybe
this right here is just like this is something that wrestlers would do too. Like I mean, we've seen.
Yeah.
This is not the same thing.
Them working us again.
This example isn't the same thing, but I think about something as recent as y'all remember on Raw, that one episode of Raw where it was Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, and they were doing an interview, and they showed it before the interview, and they started saying that wild shit.
Hey, Riddle, you still there?
You see what I'm saying? Like,
you want to talk about my family? Let's talk about your family.
But they were playing off the fact that I think
shit was wild.
I was nuts, right? But they were playing off the fact that, like, I think Seth and Matt at the time, like, kind of already had like real life issues. So, like you said, Nick, I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, if this is supposed to be kayfabe, then for like in a traditional kayfabe situation, like you would want the fans to still be convinced, like, yeah, fuck him, yeah, he's our dad, but we don't fuck with him. Right. But in today's time, I think wrestling, because wrestling is more so based in reality, and more wrestling storylines are based on real life shit. Even with like like Colton saying like we aren't on the best of terms right now, like of course you're gonna say that shit because to keep the continuity going, because fans are smart and fans are obviously going to be like, yo, just a couple months ago you guys were at each other's necks. But if this is a shoot, I think this is something you would do to keep the fans asking them like, is this real or is it not?
I'm with you. You guys made definitely some good points as to why this is somewhat of a work.
I'm not saying that it is, but
I'm
it appears that way to me, just based off of just like some of the things they're saying, just the way that they're going about certain things. I think that it's a blend of both. But like what you said,
what the best thing about it is, we don't know.
No.
We literally don't know right now. They got us. Is the real? Is the fake? We don't know right now.
Their job.
Yeah, they are. It's working.
Yeah.
And which is funny because like when we were watching the match, and Sheila's mom walked in, and she's always just like she's always commenting on how good the wrestlers look. So she sees Billy Gunn, and she's like, "Yo, he looks older. Like, how old is he?" And I googled it. I was like, "He's 59 years old." She's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like doing this in the ring. It's like, yeah, like Billy Gunn don't look 59. You could tell obviously that he's an older dude, but like he's in such great fucking shape, bro, for somebody that's 59. And then like 5 minutes later, he's taking off his boots. I'm like, shit. Now would be kind of the time to kind of hang it up.
When do you think Billy Gunn's just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna let myself go.
Never.
If not at 60, like you think he's still gonna be jacked at like 80 like that? Just fucking out there pumping iron.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because, and Nick can attest, Sheila's dad is about, I think he's in the 70s.
Yo.
And this man is fucking jacked, bro.
You don't look like he's in the 70s.
You don't look like he's in the 70s, bro. He is very jacked. Some guys just hit that age where they're like, I want to look like this all the time.
Yo, mid-40s at least, dog. Like, honestly, like, he does not look like an older dude.
Look good, man. He look good.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next?
All in and all. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about
weird
this.
to me.
Now, which one are you going to, Hammy?
I'm going all out. I'll be in Chicago. I'm working StarCast again this year, and I'll be going all out.
See, bro, I'm jealous, but very happy for you. That's gonna be nuts.
Thank you. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we kind of had this conversation in the group text about doing it within a week, and then I brought up the fact that I think that's why they are making such a clear distinction between Dynamite and Collision right now. So that on one show, we're going to get one set of wrestlers with one set of storylines. And on the other one, a week later, we're going to get another set of wrestlers with another set of storylines so that they can make two distinct shows that fans want to pay for both.
Because before Collision was even a thing and we saw that All In and All Out were a week apart, I'm pretty sure we were all just like, how the fuck is that going to work? Because like for real, bro, like All In just looks like it's gonna be. We're getting the vibe that All In is going to be a massive show.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, so how the fuck are y'all gonna follow that up with another pay-per-view just a week afterwards?
Yeah.
I think the way you explained it, I think that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah. Especially because
my only counter to that is I feel like they would want to bring the best of the fucking best to London because it's their first big thing. They've been such a big deal about this. They're really going to split their roster in half just to do this.
Well,
thing.
I mean, I get what you're saying there, Nick, but I think that you can do that with the amount of star power that they have on both shows. I mean, if you show up at London and you got the guys that are on that poster right now, you know, Kenny, the Bucks, Jericho, MJF, Sting. I mean, those guys are like on Dynamite every single week, and that's, you know, those are huge stars right there. And then you go to All Out and you have Punk in Chicago. You got, you know, the Acclaimed, you got FTR, you put fucking Orange Cassidy on there, you're still going to have another star-studded show.
Absolutely.
I don't disagree. It's just, I just feel like they would want, like, I feel like they would want to bring Punk to All In. I feel like they would want to bring House of
I get what you're saying. In a high stakes situation like this, you want your fucking your string one team.
Not to make a fucking pun, but you want to go all in. Like, you really
right, but here's the other reason. Here's the other reason too that I don't think they need to do that is because I think that at All In, they are probably going to bring in some people who are not contracted to AEW. I think so. Will Ospreay will probably be there. We'll probably run him and Kenny Omega back. Probably. So if you're going to do that, you literally don't even have the room to have all of your top stars on that card. It'd be a fucking 8-hour show. You know what I mean?
Because this show right here, like, this looks like All In looks like Big Four level pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So I feel like they probably want like an attraction match. They probably want, like you said, I'm with Hambone. I think that they're gonna like call in a bunch of New Japan guys too, or not even New Japan guys, just a bunch of UK stars.
Yeah,
don't necessarily. Yeah, I think they'll do that.
Yeah, no.
And what is that? August 27th? Who knows? Maybe we're wrong. Maybe Nick Aldis isn't going to WWE. Maybe he shows up at All In. He's from the UK. Makes a debut. You know? That could be August. What was Forbidden Door? What month was it? June?
Late June.
Yeah, that's June.
August. Yeah, I was gonna say Brian Danielson ain't gonna be back for that.
He's not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Just a miraculous fucking miracle worker or something.
Right, pull some John Cena shit.
Yeah.
He may show
up, I think,
but he's not
especially with like, and I've told you guys that this, like right now, I prefer Collision over Dynamite. I really do.
I do too.
And with me saying that, if that is what they're going to do here, where the Collision crew is going to be at All Out, I 100% want to see All In because just the atmosphere is going to be nuts. 75,000 plus in London. It's going to be fucking crazy. So I have to see that show. And then if you're telling me, you know, even if I wasn't going to it, if I'm just sitting at home, if you're telling me that the Collision crew is on All Out, I want to see that too, because right now I prefer watching Collision over Dynamite. So I'm buying both of these shows. With the way that AEW is handling stuff right now, I'm buying both of these shows.
Facts.
If that's what they're doing.
I mean, me as a fan, I'm buying both regardless of what's happening. But I'm just confused as to how they're going to do it. But if this is the way they're going to do it, I'm all in. I'm with it. So it's
You're all in, are you, son of a bitch?
He said it.
Professional.
This is a crazy week, by the way, too. Crazy fucking week.
Yeah. All right, so I think after this, we're doing our new segment, Drip or Drag, where we're going to take, you know, because every single week, WWE and AEW are putting out new shirt designs or some kind of merch.
Oh, we're doing it with the merch. Okay.
And we're going to bring them on here a couple a week, and we're going to talk about whether they're drip or drag. And this is the new shirt for the Guns, since we were just talking about their first shirt.
At all or no?
No.
What's that?
I was like, can we zoom in at all on that or no?
No.
Oh.
Let me see if I can do it on my screen. I'm going to do some.
Sorry.
Oh, I can zoom in on my computer.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it's a MacBook, not bragging.
I like the shirt. I like the Guns. I'm going to buy the shirt.
I like it. I don't know if I'd wear it, but I like it. It's not bad.
I like it, but I don't know if I'd wear it.
It's like
now. Wait. So explain that. I need to understand that. You like it, but you wouldn't wear it. Why?
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's more like
I don't like the design.
It looks like a motorcycle club.
Yeah, I don't like the. Well, I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, like, it's a gun club, not a motorcycle club.
No, it makes total sense. I'm not. I don't
like the design. Person. I don't like the design.
Okay.
I actually like the design. I think honestly, if it was a sticker, I'd set it on. I put it on something. But as a shirt, I don't know.
Not for me. All right, so Nick, you got to pick one, drip or drag. Which is it?
It's a drip because it's definitely not a drag.
Okay.
It's not a drag.
It's a drag for me.
Oof. Drag? Okay.
It's a drag.
I'm not saying.
Ooh. That's Rhea's new one. This is Mommy's on top.
That's not real.
That's real.
That's a real shirt. You can buy that shirt right now.
Right off
Mommy's always on top.
Jesus. Always on top. You can buy that shirt right now.
Mommy's always on.
How much is that shirt? Like $30?
I believe they're $27.99 right now.
Oh, $27.99.
Drag. It's a drag.
What? Why?
This shirt ain't it. The design's trash.
I agree that I like it for just because what it says. Mommy's always on top.
Yeah,
like that's out of pocket.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
But it's also a WWE Photoshop design. You know what I mean? Like they just slapped it on here. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna put a risque phrase on it." Here you go.
Not for me.
Drag.
This is a drag for me. Oh wait, go back.
Oh Jesus.
What do you say, Nick? What say you? Drip or drag?
Saying drag. Yeah, it's funny. It's like for comedic value, sure, go pick it up. But
I wouldn't wear that at a show.
Nah.
And then it's also one of those shirts for me, a wrestling shirt for the most part. I have to feel like I can wear it out, even if it's not at a wrestling event. That's show,
where I'm at with it.
I could not wear outside of a wrestling event.
Nah, bro.
You could easily wear that Guns Club shirt outside somewhere else. Like, it'd be totally fine. Yeah. This one's a lot.
Yeah.
This, nah.
I got you. Drag.
All right. Let's look at the next one.
What the fuck is this?
This is the current Judgment Day one with like the little characters. I really like this design. I don't know why I like this design so much. Con, you said you like this one.
I'm changing my mind.
Me and you talked about this in a text message.
I'm changing my mind. Nah.
No?
It's like,
I don't know why. I like the little characters.
I think, oh God, yeah. I changed my mind, bro. Plus the back is not helping.
The back sucks. The back sucks really bad.
All right. I'm alone on this one.
Like this shit looks like some Hot Topic shit.
They look like off-brand.
Well, I mean, that's kind of is that not Judgment Day's whole thing? Is that not
this is the first time this is the first time I've ever made the connection between Hot Topic and the Judgment Day.
They're cool. They're cool. I
think so.
Okay.
I think they're past Hot Topic.
Bro.
Yeah.
Right.
I think their journey's level cool, in my opinion.
Their what looks cool?
I fuck with Journeys. You ever been to Journeys?
Journeys? Wow.
Yeah. Wherever there's a Hot Topic, there's a Journeys around the corner.
That's true. That's true. Every mall there's a Hot Topic and there's a Journeys and there's probably a Spencer's.
And a Sbarro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. There are no Sbarros anywhere else but malls. You ever seen a Sbarro outside of a mall?
I've never seen a Sbarro just by itself.
In New York, I have. There's one by itself.
No.
Whoa,
you have.
What is this? What is this?
So this is John Moxley's new hockey jersey.
Oh, that's hard.
I hate it.
Why?
I think it's ugly as fuck.
Oh,
I think it is fucking ugly.
I like this.
Nah, dude.
I like. You like it too?
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, listen, hold on.
I'm a Jersey guy.
Hambone saying it's ugly as fuck. I get it. I like it though.
I'm a Jersey guy.
I like hockey jerseys too. There's actually Chalk Line's coming out with a fucking awesome Shawn Michaels one, but this one, I don't like it.
I'd rock this.
It doesn't even look like, because of the design, it doesn't even look like a hockey jersey to me. It just looks like he's wearing like a big ass oversized t-shirt. It doesn't look good to me.
I wish it was black with red letters, but this is still cool.
I definitely got.
Like if they flip the colors, they should flip the colors.
Maybe that might help. That may help.
Listen, I can make that fit work. That's hard.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the last one for Dripper Jack. So now, fellas, we're gonna go to our segs. We have not had segs in a long time. Man, I miss segs with you two.
I miss doing segs with y'all.
I do too. You two were very good at segs. I've missed our segs together.
I just want to perform.
I sex hard. I sex hard.
I just want to be able to perform, you know.
What's that?
I just want to be able to perform. I like, that's just
Listen,
my thing.
Gross.
Every time we've had segs, Nick, you have knocked it out of the park. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass either.
I just want to be able to, I don't like that. But if you, I'm not into that kind of stuff. But if I would like to satisfy with segs if I can, you know, like that's just what I'm into, you know.
Listen, I've never walked away from our segs together and had to have segs with just myself to be satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fellas, we got a show to
do. What is this?
Oh, all right. So this is Drip of the Week, and me and Nick have the same one. So we're just going to look at this one. Adam Cole and MJF's matching gear.
That hug shot is crazy.
That hug shot is nuts.
It is.
Yeah.
I love this shit. Yeah. I'd rock that jacket. Yeah. They made that jacket. I'd buy it.
Adam Cole.
Buy it in a second.
That's funny.
Take my money.
And I don't even like Burberry shit like that, but I like the way that the jacket is cut, that Adam Cole cut to it with the colors. I like it a lot.
I wasn't the biggest fan of their shirt, but I
like the shirt. Yeah, I don't like the shirt.
That apparently that shirt is number one, but I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, the shirt apparently is like the highest selling merch that AEW's ever sold.
Yeah,
like they broke a record with it.
Which I mean, let's be honest. All right, so let's talk about that real quick.
Sure.
It's not because of the shirt, right? It's because of the storyline. That's all. Because of the story behind it. Yeah. Nobody's buying it because that's like an awesomely designed shirt. That shit was made again 5 minutes. Photoshop. They made that shirt. Like it's nothing intricate. There's no real design to it. It's just words. Like
that worked.
No, exactly.
I hate that shit. Like that's the kind of shit that bothers me and like makes AEW and WWE just continue to go, we'll just keep making shit because they'll just keep buying it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Most wrestling merchandise ain't all that, bro.
No.
Pretty damn cheesy.
You want cool wrestling merchandise? You better go find the independent sellers who are doing it and shouldn't be doing it. They're the ones making cool shit.
No, dead ass, bro. Like the indie guys, they're the ones making like the fire ass wrestling merch. Yep. Seriously.
Yeah.
More tapped in.
Yeah,
I would shout them out, but I don't want to get any of them taken down, so I'm not going to.
We don't snitch.
I would like the link though.
I will send you some stuff.
Yeah, please.
All right, let's see Khan's Drip of the Week.
Ooh.
Ricky Starks. Okay. So with him, it was nothing like his fit wasn't anything crazy or anything, you know. Like, but
I don't know. Those snakeskin pants were a little wild.
They were a little wild, but it was not like it was very subtle, very just standard Ricky Starks fit. But I think him, like as a whole, is my Drip of the Week because, I mean, how long were we saying before, you know, him being on Collision, were we saying that AEW had something with Ricky Starks and it just kind of just pissed that shit away, right?
Yeah.
Fast forward, now he's doing this Owen Hart tournament, you know what I mean? And he beats CM Punk and he wins the tournament. And it just feels like he's revitalized now. Just feels just a refreshing version of Ricky Starks. And I was gonna ask y'all in the chat, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna save it for the show. Because Ricky was, for all intents and purposes, he was a babyface, and then he beats Punk, and he wins in a very heelish way, right?
Yeah.
So we're all kind of sitting there like, damn, was that a heel turn, right? And then we see Jushin Thunder Liger at the top of the ramp, ready to congratulate him, and he carried the fuck out of him, just shoved him out the way.
That was nuts.
But then I catch the Punk Ricky Starks segment of Collision this morning to catch up, and when Ricky's talking, you know what I mean? It's like it was almost kind of the same energy that Punk had when he came back, where he was just like, "Look, love me or hate me, I'm gonna be me," and that's just really what it is.
Last night when I texted you guys and you said that you were like, oh shit, we both forgot. That's what I was talking about, was that first segment, because Ricky came out, CM Punk came out, and then Darby came out, and all three of them were cutting promos that sounded very tweenish. They all came out and said some babyface stuff, and then kind of in the middle of it said some heelish shit. And I was like, man, is everybody a tweener right here? Because Darby got booed when he went over and put his arm around Punk, and he was like, oh, Punk's my guy. And the fans were like, we don't like him now.
When Punk came out, he was like, he was like acting like a babyface, but then he starts kind of shitting on the Jersey's like sports team and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then Ricky was like very tweenerish, because it was like he came out and like he acknowledged, because what the fans were saying, you deserve it, right? He acknowledges that, and then they asked him about like, something simple as like, they were like, hey, like Tony goes, what was up with you and Jushin Thunder Liger? And even that was just kind of like, it was respectful but still kind of shady, because he was just like, Jushin Thunder Liger's a legend, and I'm absolute Ricky Starks, just completely just brushing past it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, and don't get me wrong, bro, I'm kind of rocking with this version of him.
Yeah. I like that. I like that all three of them were kind of, you were like, where are they all going here? I like that all three of them were kind of in between there.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Darby's always come off to me as a tweener, just because of his just his attitude kind of makes him seem like he's kind of off-putting, maybe is the word.
Yeah.
But so he like kind of gives the heel energy, even though he's maybe not a heel at the time or whatever. So, and same with Punk. Punk's always kind of giving me that energy too. Like it even if when he's trying to be a babyface, people can't help but hate him. So it's like he's kind of forced to be a tweener in a way.
Yeah.
Ricky,
which I mean, this is my CM Punk right here. This is the CM Punk that I love. The one that loves, he loves if he's getting cheered, and he loves if he's getting booed, and he doesn't give a fuck either way. You know what I'm saying?
With Ricky, because the thing that kind of concerned me a little bit about Ricky, even after, because like when he turned babyface, obviously we remember the promo he cut with Jericho where he cooked Jericho's shit, right? But the thing about Ricky is that I feel like I like when he's arrogant. I like when he has a little edge to him. Although don't get me wrong, like I'm very behind him when he does the babyface thing. I like when he talks his shit, right? So, and that was a little bit of concern of mine. When he was a babyface, because it's like, are we still gonna get that same energy from him?
Right.
But this version of him, where he's just kind of like, I'm me. You can love me. Yeah. If you love me, that's dope. If you don't like me, that's fine. But I'm still me. You know what I mean? Like he was talking some shit last night, and I really like that.
They've proven a million times that you can do that. I know that, Ricky gets a lot of comparisons to The Rock and whatever, if you want to compare him, whatever. But The Rock proved that. I mean, he was a heel that fans just cheered. And I've said it a million times. You can easily take a heel who is doing cool stuff and keep them over with the fans. And all you got to do is change who they fight.
Because Ricky, like, even something he said something about, like, he made a comment, right? And it was like, in my opinion, it was kind of like a heelish, kind of douchey comment, but like it was the way he said it, and it was when he said it that like it was like if you weren't paying attention, you kind of missed it, but the fans kind of popped for it. He said something like,
"My bag is just as empty as the one you're carrying around."
Nah, it wasn't that. That was a dope line, but like it was like I think because you remember he did that interview a couple months ago about like how he feels about the 4 pillars, and he was just like, I don't give a damn about that. Right? Yep. And he said something like, a lot of these pillars couldn't walk in my shoes, which are Prada, by the way, and the fans just hot for that shit. And I was like, that's some cold shit, bro. I like that.
Yeah. I think Ricky, when it comes to his personality, is better when he's a heel. But again, All you got to do is make him fight other heels. That's all you got to do. If he fights heels and he's still himself and says the kind of wild shit that he says, he's going to be cheered by fans because it's cool.
You're going to get a super.
All you got to do is change who they fight.
Yeah. He's basically, it was basically like seeing Darby and Punk and Ricky. It was just watching three anti-heroes essentially go at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which for now anyway, I'm cool with. I don't know how that's going to turn out if they keep doing that, but for now, I'm with it.
Yeah. All right, let's look at my drag of the week.
When was that?
Was that Collision?
This was the interview that happened before Collision started. You know how they do their interviews?
I didn't see
and this
that.
is what Daddy Ass was wearing.
Is that a fur coat?
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Now, if Seth Rollins came out wearing this, I'd say, okay, Seth can do that. Daddy Ass came off a little try hard for me.
Let me tell you why it's not working for him. Because because
he's 59?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I'm a little ageist, but no. It's because he just threw the fur coat on. Like with Seth turns the whole thing into an outfit.
Right.
And clearly you can see this man's just wearing like a t-shirt, probably some sweats, and probably some workout shoes, and just threw the coat over it.
Yep.
So because if Billy was like, let's say he gets rid of the shirt, wears like some dress pants or some shit, wears some fly ass shoes, maybe throws a hat on and a chain like that, he could rock that shit. But it was just like he really just threw it over his gym fit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. And he only wore it once. Like, man, you pulled that out for your last match. You couldn't have worn that the past like couple months.
This looks like his comfort coat. You know what I mean? Like, you know how that coat you throw on when it's like, fuck, I left something in the truck. I got to go out and get it. And you just slap it on.
Do you think this is actually just like his personal at-home bathroom?
Bro, he's Billy Gunn. He was in Degeneration X. He was in, obviously he's going to, yeah, absolutely. Yes. I think Billy Gunn is bougie. I think he's a bougie old man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that.
So. I think he's a bougie old man. And matter of fact, he was cute Kip, for God's sakes. He has a toy dog. He has a miniature dog, and he wears that coat when he holds that dog to get his mail.
Yeah. He's just holding his dog. He's got a French pressed coffee in his other hand, while he picks out his mail. You're right. I see where you're going now, Con. Now you're turning me. Now I don't know anymore.
There's Billy.
He has 101 dogs. If I'm
hold on. Let me
son of a bitch.
Billy Gunn, and we've been seeing. There's Billy Gunn. There's Daddy Ass. There's Mr. Ass. There's Monty Sop. And then there's Cute Kip. And Hambone, you remember Cute Kip.
I do.
You remember Cute Kip.
Cute Kip is what you're telling me?
Yeah, this is beautiful people, Cute Kip.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
This is Cruella to add.
It's still a drag, but this is Cute Kip.
All right, let's see Nick's. It wasn't even on TV.
Oh man. Who is buying this?
Nobody. Nobody is buying this.
This is a there was not really a whole lot of drags that I saw this week. So that's why
I was gonna put this on Drip or Drag, but then I saw you put it on here, so I was like, you know what? I'll take it off and we'll just discuss.
What bugs me more about this picture is look at the presentation. Wrinkled. They didn't even straighten it out. It just looks like they slapped it down, said, let's just get this for QT, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah. let's just make him a shirt, so leave us alone.
She won't stop bitching, so just take the fucking photo.
Gosh, she just keeps coming in here and rapping about making a t-shirt for it. Can we just fucking put something out?
Oh, I think I think she's dead ass about that. I feel like homegirl passes her mixtape out during meetings.
Listen, I think that Harley Cameron is actually very talented, and she's just a heel right now, so we're not supposed to like it. But
I think so. No, I agree with you because I didn't know she could sing. She can sing her ass.
Yeah, oh yeah. But QT Marshall, on the other hand, no, I'm not buying this. Nobody's buying this. Especially you want $27 for this shirt.
Is that how much the shirt is?
You want $27? No. No.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Oh, he tried it.
If AWShop.com, if AWShop.com wants to give me $27 and
plus tax, plus
maybe I'll
shipping,
take it.
plus shipping.
Still wouldn't wear it.
Yeah, maybe
You
I'll
smoking
take
dick, QT.
Maybe I'll wear it
still
to
wouldn't.
bed.
You smoking dick. Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, no. Fuck
Yeah.
all that.
You smoking
No.
dick.
No.
All right, what's cons?
Oh, I didn't have a drag this week.
Oh, you didn't have one? All right.
No drag. I had no drag.
All right, so then what's flashback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is my flashback? Oh, no, MVP. Okay. Yep.
Oh, it's MVP.
So, yeah, Judgment Day. I don't know how you can
Absolutely.
make an argument for it. They were on every show this week.
That's true.
They main evented almost every show. Actually, they said earlier that Dominic Mysterio is the first man ever to main event Raw, NXT, and SmackDown in the same week.
Crazy.
Wow.
He did that.
So, yeah Judgment Day. I can't believe it is crazy to think about how this group just took a complete turnaround.
How much can change in a year?
Yeah.
This time last year, we said, bro, why
are we still doing this?
Why are we doing this shit? Kill it. We were saying this about all of them. Kill the shit, bro. And look where they're at now, bro. They won everything.
I called.
Now, I will say, I don't know if y'all. What?
I called Damian and Finn dead weight. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Remember I was saying how fucking Rhea was.
We were saying Rhea was carrying them
by carrying them, but like dead weight.
You were saying that just a couple months ago.
I'm saying, I probably said it back in February or March. This is crazy. Yeah.
And now all of them are in main event positions in some way, shape, or form.
And I still hate that jacket that Finn's wearing.
Really?
Yo,
I hate it.
That jacket, I looked that jacket up. It's an expensive jacket.
Ugh.
That's an $800 jacket right there.
An expensive turd is still a turd.
Oh, you tripping, bro. That jacket hard. You tripping.
I like that jacket. I'd rock that shit.
Like that jacket. I would rock it.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, Finn's whole fit right here I like it. His whole fit.
No.
All right. Let's see next. Okay.
This is an old photo of them. This is like last week's photo. But the last couple of weeks, they've been the MVPs. And we haven't been here in a while, so we haven't really been able to talk about them. So, but they've been MVPs. I want this to go forever. I want to see them doing weird shit every fucking week, going to restaurants, working out at the gym, playing video games. I want to see it all. I want to see them do whatever the fuck they want to do because this is the greatest. This is one of the best things I've seen AEW do, in my opinion, is just put these two together. And honestly, when they put these two together, I did not like it. I was like, why are they doing this? It didn't make any sense to me, really. So then now to turn around and see this shit, I love this shit. I can't get enough of it.
Now, let me ask you, boys. Do they win next week?
No.
No?
I said no.
I'm not too sure. I hope they win.
I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I could see it.
I was telling Nick, because after their match that they had, I forgot who they faced. But after the match, there was a little shit that happened where I guess Adam grabbed the belt and Max got really mad. And I can't help but feel like they stooged off the finish to that tag team match. Because
you think they jumped the shark?
I was telling Nick that I'm like, man, I hope that's not what they did because I hope that's not what they did because right after that, you see, Max and Adam hug it out, but then you saw how Max looked at Adam right afterwards.
Counterpoint though, wouldn't the best way to follow that up would be that they win and now they're tag team champions and now they have to stay together? That's
what I hope they do.
But
what I'm saying is I hope that because to me,
you hope they're swerving us.
Nah. I hope that they win. That's the thing. I want them to win the tag team championships.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that based off of what we saw, we're gonna see because we're all sitting here being like, okay, Max is gonna flip on Adam. We just don't know when. I hope that wasn't Max's way of telling us I'm turning on him next week. I hope that's not what that look was.
Yeah,
because I want to see this play out longer than just this whole little eliminator tournament thing. I want to see this play out for a minute.
Yeah.
My whole thing too with that little bit was right there was that we know this is how it's gonna go. You don't need to tell us right now that at some point in time MJF
and that's what Nick was saying. Yeah, like don't if that's what you're doing, don't tell me that. Like we know it's coming, but don't fucking remind us.
Like it's the fucking devil. I know who this is. Like I don't need you to tell me that MJF and Adam Cole are gonna fight at some sort of pay-per-view. And Adam Cole might win, MJF might win. It doesn't matter to me. I know what's gonna happen. You don't need to do this, either how late or little this is. I know this is coming. Like, and honestly, if you're gonna do that, you might as well have pulled the trigger right then and just fucking made it a catastrophe then. But it's a weird time.
And that's kind of what I meant when I was telling Nick. That's where I was like, I hope that wasn't them like kind of low key telling us what's gonna happen next week, because it's just like Nick just said, like we know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
We know Max is gonna flip on Adam. We don't need y'all telling us that ahead of time.
I didn't need it. I didn't need to see that.
Somebody made the point though. What if that doesn't happen? What if Adam is the one who turns? Because really, you could have Adam Cole turn on MJF, and people would still side with Adam Cole because you'd go, well, look at everything that Max has done in the past. Why wouldn't he do it? And then Max could really go off on a reign of terror because he finally let himself be vulnerable with somebody, and they did turn on him, and now he's pissed.
Hot take. That right there is the better story.
Adam turning on Max?
Yep.
How do you have Adam turn on Max though? And if Adam is going to, let's play with that idea for a little bit. Let's say, okay, it's not going to be Max turning on Adam. Adam's the one that flips on him. How do you do it? And when Adam does it, does he flip on him as a baby face? Like, like, oh, I got to him before he got to me type shit? Or I suckered you in? Like, what, how would you do it, Andy?
I would probably have them win the tag titles, right?
Okay.
And then we get this, we get Max and Adam, these skits for the next couple weeks or months, just so we can get more and more of it. And then I would say that you're probably going to book them probably against FTR again, because I don't really know who else would make sense to beat them right now. And in the match, we probably have a miscommunication where Max accidentally hits Adam Cole. And that's how they lose the titles. And then afterwards, you see Max like trying to pick up Adam Cole, and he's actually like apologizing for it, but Adam's just not accepting it. And then he turns on him right there.
But what would so in that moment he turns on him?
What's
his reason? So in that moment, right? You said that he's not accepting it, and then he turns on him.
I would say we don't get anything. Like, that's the ending of that show. And then the next week comes, and probably, I don't know how exactly you would work it, but basically he said, look, we all knew what this was, Max. We knew that you were going to turn on me eventually. You've done it to everybody. I just got to you before you got to me. And I think that the fans would accept that, because we have seen that from Max so many times. And I think that Adam would still be the face in that.
Nick, what about you? How would you do it?
I do not think they're going to win the tag team champions. I think they're going to lose. That being said, I think if they were going to do it this way, Adam Cole turning on him, I think it would be a babyface no matter what, because of how I think Adam Cole would be a heel for like a week, right? Just because everyone's like, oh my God, he turned on MJF, right? And then the next Dynamite, they bring it out. They missed the how they would do it is that Adam Cole would after the match or during the match, I think he would send Roderick Strong after him.
See, okay.
So
that's
during the match at some point, Adam would be like, go to tag MJF, and fucking Roderick Strong brings him down, attacking him, and then FTR just like hits Adam, knocks him down, or no, they throw MJF into the ring, and then FTR pins him, they leave, and then it's like a whole big shit show. And now everyone hates Adam Cole because he turned on MJF. And then Adam Cole comes on the next week, is like, this is the devil. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not the bad guy here. This is the bad guy. And then people start remembering this shit. And then MJF shows his ass. And then people are like, oh, this is the bad guy. Like, this guy's a fucking like. So that's why that's because they've been teasing Roger Strong this entire time too. He's got to show up.
Yeah. See,
or even you know what you could do is you have that same scenario where like Adam Cole's in the ring, Max is on the outside, Adam's going for that hot tag, he's reaching out, and Roddy comes out, pulls Max off, but Adam Cole doesn't know he did it. And Adam thinks that MJF purposely jumped off and walked out on him. Ooh. And then that is where Adam turns on Max because he thinks that Max turned on him, and that's not what really happened.
See, in my scenario, Adam doesn't turn on Max. But what happened? Max turns on Adam. In my scenario, Max turns on Adam, right? But, and I'm glad Nick brought up Roddy because Roddy's been popping up in the storyline, but like he has clearly been getting brushed to the side, right?
Yeah.
So in my scenario, Max turns on Adam, right? Suckers him in. We've been boys. Ha ha ha. I got you, nigga. I fucked you up. Now we're gonna have this world title match, right? In the world championship match is when Roddy shows up and fucks it up for Adam. That's my scenario because Roddy's sitting here like, dog, I kept trying to tell your stupid ass not to fucking trust MJF, not to fucking listen to him. You wouldn't listen to me. You left me high and dry. And then on top of that, MJF shows up and goes, hey, not only did I beat you for this World Heavyweight Championship, but the one guy who was smart enough to tell you not to fucking trust me, I got him to fucking turn on you too, dickhead. Ooh. That's what happens in my scenario.
I like that.
If you really want to be the devil, get your man. Get your enemy's best friend to flip on him.
Yep.
For you.
Yep.
I like that.
Max does exactly
because I like that.
Right.
And then Max does the same thing he did to William Regal. Just tosses Ryder to the side afterwards. Ha, you fucking idiot. You thought I had something for you. You thought there was something in it for you because I got you to flip on your boy. Not only did I get you to flip on your boy, but I fucking played you too. Now fucking keep it moving.
Yep. I like all these scenarios.
I like that.
Each scenario is fire.
Yeah,
each scenario is
fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should book some shows. MVP.
All right, Khan's MVP.
Yeah, I told you already. With Collision, and this is another reason why I'm fucking with Collision. Like, you know, Hambone said that he liked Collision. He favored Collision a little more than Dynamite, and I do too. Because I mean, it's the same reason why we appreciate the brand split in WWE, at least when it was still a brand split. You know, the way that we remember it is because it gives
the what? What'd you call it?
Right. But yeah, with Collision, you know, being present now, hopefully it gives us the chance to see wrestlers who we know deserve the TV time and who we know deserves those shots. Because there's two shows now. And Ricky Starks, I feel like, is definitely one of those wrestlers who has benefited from Collision so far. Because again, he just won the fucking O&R tournament. And just a couple months ago, we were sitting here saying it's bullshit how AEW basically blue balled us when it came to Ricky Starks. And now, I mean, it seems like he's definitely one of the top players. And this just feels like he just feels refreshed. It doesn't feel... I'm not frustrated to see Ricky Starks like I have been in the last couple months because on top of that, he's doing a program with Punk. And I feel like this is going to lead to a match between the two.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely my MVP. He definitely showed out this week.
We talked earlier about how Ricky Starks kind of gets pushed to the side at some points.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous about that right now. Just because it seems like they're really doing well with him, and if they, you know, they just kind of like whatever, you know, like
I'm not nervous because I feel like Punk really fucks with Ricky, and I feel like Punk has a lot of influence in AEW.
Yeah,
and I feel like with Punk being there and them being on the same show, I feel like Ricky will be. I have a good feeling about him.
Yeah. I'm not nervous about it either because I think everybody was so nervous about like, how is Collision going to do with ratings and blah blah blah. But I think Collision has shown that this is honestly what AEW needed. Was they needed 2 more hours, because look at how much has been able to evolve with so many people that weren't getting the attention with only 2 hours of Dynamite. You got Ricky coming up again. Jungle Boy's finally turned heel, and he's kind of interesting again. You know, all these storylines are able to breathe more because now there's 2 extra hours. So I'm not nervous about it either. I think with the extra time, Ricky's going to be just fine now.
Oh, so.
Yeah. Let's look at my flashback. So Daddy Ass, he was my drag, but now he's my flashback. The New Age Outlaws, the original New Age Outlaws. I love this look. I just thought they looked cool. I don't know what was with all the design. No, this was badass Billy Gunn. He wasn't even Mr. Ass yet. He was badass Billy Gunn.
He's an ass man
with 2 D's.
Yeah, he's an ass man. Like, have you heard that song?
I don't know. I just always liked the New Age Outlaws look.
I have heard that song.
I mean, I could tell you all the lyrics to it.
Here's mine.
He loves to love him. He loves to kick him. He loves to shove him. That's some crazy lyrics, bro.
They shove them?
Listen.
Shove
I don't know nothing about math, but if you want me to give you the lyrics to the Ass Man theme from 1999, I got you, dog.
Bruh, WWE has some wild themes back in the day. Like, shout out to me and Nick's friend Omar. Omar, my first wrestling podcast was with him, and we used to this day, actually, you remember Mark Henry's Sexual Chocolate theme with Barry White when he screamed? We still do that, bruh.
That's funny.
Oh my god. It's Barry White.
It's sexual chocolate, baby.
It's sexual, baby. It's wild, bro.
Oh man.
Oh, bro. Shout out to Mark Henry.
All right, what's next?
Edge. This is his WrestleMania fit, right?
37.
The triple threat match?
I would assume so.
With Danielson and Roman?
That sounds right. Yeah.
They stacked them up.
That was a great fucking match.
That sounds right. Yeah, because that was 2 years ago, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Was it 2 years?
White gear always hits.
Indeed.
Just does.
It's very odd. Because I'm not a person who wears white. So it's really like when people are wearing white.
I got to revisit that match, man. That was a good fucking match.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it hits with wrestling gear, though, Nick, is because we don't see it often, you know? So when we do, we're like, oh, shit, look at that. That kind of pops.
I mean, yeah, a lot of my wrestling gear, like, drips are, like, shit that I would never see somebody walking around in real life with. Like, that's a big thing for me when it comes to, like, wrestling gear drips. Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, this is super dope. I mean,
it's hard.
Yeah. That was the last time we saw Daniel Bryan in WWE, right?
No, I think that afterwards, him and Roman had one more match on SmackDown for the World Championship. And then
I'm pretty sure his last match was on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was on SmackDown. Okay. That was a good match. That was a really good match.
Yeah. What's cons?
Kenny Omega, Wrestle Kingdom 17, I believe that is. I tried to get the full photo, but the slides app was being really, really weird. But I know for Wrestle Kingdom, Kenny likes to dress up for different video game characters that he really, really idolizes. I believe this was
because he only cares about Japan.
Because he only cares about Japan, I think, and I'm sure someone's going to correct me. I'm pretty sure this was a Final Fantasy character. Could be wrong, but I like this gear. I remember when he came out to it, and I remember I just kept seeing a lot of photos for it. So yeah, this is definitely a flashback fit for me.
Is this the one that we had for March Madrid?
Yeah, we had a March Madrid.
Ooh, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was the one we had. Because Wrestle Kingdom 17 was last year, right?
Yeah. It was January. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think it went pretty far.
I think you did.
Yeah. Shout out to March Madrid. That's on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing our next one. I've already got a bunch of pictures ready to go.
I'm glad you did.
We're going to have 120 fucking pictures to choose from by the time it comes.
Mega tournament. Let's get it.
Yeah. You like it.
What's next after that?
So then after this, we're gonna do what was that? Oh yeah.
What was that?
Why?
What, bro? Yeah.
Why was he there?
No idea.
What was he there for? Who was he? What match
was he there for?
What match was that?
The Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy.
The tag team match.
Dog.
He was just a commentator?
Yeah.
He came out to shut
and then he left. One match, and then he was gone.
He got a whole entrance, too.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him.
Hey, I wish I could just show up and, commentate a match one day, like for random reasons. I would just do it. Yeah. Like, hey,
go ahead, Ty. It's not mad, bro. Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, not only is it weird that he only, came out to commentate one match, but of all the matches, he comes out to commentate the Vikings rules match. Titus has nothing to do with anything about this match.
Man. Titus might watch a couple of documentaries on
Vikings.
Yeah, American history.
You think he's a big Vikings fan? Yeah.
He might be like how like at work there's always like at least one guy who has a thing.
Yeah.
It might be his thing at work, man. Titus might be the Viking guy.
He's a Viking.
I mean, I'm the Viking guy at work. I've got a bunch of Viking tattoos and shit.
There you go.
But I don't.
Every job has.
Why did they bring me out then?
They should have. They should have brought Nico now instead of Titus.
They should have.
Where were they?
The next time there's a Viking rules match, Papa H, call your boy.
Papa H.
Okay.
Papa Trips.
Whose is this?
Why? This was the logical answer.
No, it's not. It's not him winning the title. It's the everything that happened before this.
Oh, okay.
The theme song,
the music,
him burying Jungle Boy, whatever.
Wait, whose is this?
I like the burying Jungle Boy thing, but the music was weird.
Yeah,
this is mine.
That Mozart ass shit. Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason why this bugs me is because they're not treating it like it's an official championship.
Yeah, no, it's like
they are, but they're not.
Yeah, so it's just like okay.
Why does this matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like honestly, like, does it even make sense for him to be this champion? Like in all honesty, Hook's dad is the one that fucking created this thing. He should be the one holding this damn thing. And it doesn't matter whether it's real or not.
I think they should just retire it, honestly, because it's just like what's the point of
that? I think the whole FTW thing has run its course in AEW.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious next week if Tony Khan just like, hey, we're not gonna have this belt anymore, and then just gave it to him.
No, you know what they do? You want to cement this fucking heel turn? Have him throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, seriously,
do it. Literally,
you would just have him come out and be like, hey, this ain't an official championship. True. I said I was gonna be a champion before the end of this year. Fuck this title. Throw it in the garbage, and I'm going after a real title.
It's a meaningless belt, bro.
Yeah, do that. Honestly, that's way better. Yeah, no, throw that shit in the fucking guard. Like, hey, listen, this isn't fucking real. Fuck this thing. Then have Taz get fucking pissed too. Like, you.
Oh, Taz is already pissed, bro. He's sick. He's sick, bro. He was hot the whole rest of the show because remember that little shark mascot came out and he went to touch Taz. He said, "Don't touch me, Sharky.
Don't touch me. I don't even want to be on camera right now."
I was like, "Oh, he's hot."
Yeah.
All right, what's cons?
I didn't get into
that. It was the Billy Gunn thing because it was just like, I mean, we already touched it, but it was just we don't see that often, so it was very just. I think this was the epitome of what was that.
You know what else was weird about it too? Took him so long to do it.
It took him a minute to get them boots on.
Took him a long time to get those laces out. Like I feel like he should have left one like unlaced underneath that thing. Yeah. Just be like, this is gonna take too long. It's gonna make this segment real awkward, and it did. It did
for real.
It was also wearing very.
Why are we doing this whole thing? Why are we doing this bit?
Yeah,
he was also very tall ass fucking socks, bro. Like I get that he's a tall guy. I didn't know they made socks that size.
Yeah. Those are pants. Those are not socks. Those are basically. Pants.
What are those things called that like older people used to wear with the socks? Like what was it, like girders or some shit like that? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking about. To keep their socks up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That whole mechanism.
Sock suspenders.
Yeah, bro.
Sock suspenders.
It was crazy.
Billy Gunn had a mechanism on.
Yeah.
It was just also like you couldn't have slipped that boot off like just halfway down.
I'm saying
unlace. You had to unlace
halfway unlace. You should be able to slip that shit off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on.
He took the entire lace out the shoe too. Like he didn't even leave it in. He just
he got to the very bottom of the boot.
Like hurry up.
Maybe he had to. Maybe those are compression socks. He's old. You know?
I don't know what
it's some Walgreens compression socks.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill.
Just in his compression socks with his cheetah print robe going to get his mail, you know.
Ugh. Boy.
All right, so let's wrap it up, boys. We decided that we were going to do a new segment called How We Feeling?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to choose a wrestler every week, and we're just going to discuss how we feeling about him.
How we feeling?
So let's look at our first How We Feeling.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't care.
Fuck. I am
care less.
So sick of this guy.
Please say why.
He's boring, bro.
He's boring as shit. And I've been saying this. He's beaten Edge. He's beaten John Cena. He's beaten Seth Rollins. He's beaten the best these niggas have to offer, and we still don't give a fuck, bro.
He's the boring, perfect example.
He's corny. He's generic. I hate the way he fucking talks like he's always reading from a fucking script, bro. People don't talk like that. Austin Theory is a fucking cornball, bro. Mm-hmm. He's a cornball. He looks great. He looks like we should fuck with him. He looks like we should be fucking with him. He is boring, bro. There's nothing interesting about him.
Yeah. He's the perfect example of a guy that WWE wants you to care about. And they're going to shove him down your throat.
Very fucking badly, bro. And
then they're going to take a guy like LA Knight who you do care about.
I want to like him.
And they're not going to do anything with him.
I want to like Austin Theory, bro, but they're just not doing it.
I don't want to like him. I have no reason to like him.
He looks like he has a great look, bro.
Yeah.
Like he has a great look.
Look,
but then he
the kid can go in the ring too.
And it's like enough already, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the guy.
No. Why is he champion right now?
You know why?
Because he's the guy that, you know why. You know who's in charge right now. You know why.
Bro. Vince works there, bro. He's still in charge.
Who should beat him?
LA Knight.
LA.
Not Santos. Not Ray.
Nah,
it's gonna be. Well, Santos is gonna be the next person to fight him because he's not gonna be Ray. There's no way it's gonna be Ray winning that tournament.
I don't know.
This is weird to me. I don't understand why this is happening. Like, I don't understand Vince's like denseness with this. Like, this is nothing.
Vince likes the traditional, just like, good looking, good for TV. Like this guy, you could see this guy on a TV show. And that's Vince's blueprint. He likes, the big, like, TV good looks guys. Like, that's who he likes. But like, guys like, that's why we're so shocked when we see guys like Bryan Danielson win a world title, or Kevin Owens, or even somebody like Sami Zayn getting pushed in the main event light, because these guys aren't like part of the Vince McMahon blueprint. Mm-hmm. Austin Theory, essentially, whether you like him or not, this is the Vince McMahon blueprint.
Yep. Good looking kid, got a great physique on him, can go in the ring. He's everything that Vince wants.
Because Theory is deceivingly tall.
Yeah. I will say though, I think he sucks on the mic too.
He's not great on the mic at all, bro. I don't like listening to him talk at all.
I am not, no matter what Austin Theory says, I am not convinced. It doesn't matter what he says. He says he's going to come out and beat somebody's ass. I don't believe you. He says he's the best. I don't believe even you believe it.
It's the
that's what John Cena's told him, right?
No, that's dead ass how, like, when he speaks, because it's just like that's the issue that I have with Seth Rollins, where for a long time I'm just like, dog, like, I don't even think you believe the shit that you're saying. Like, I can hear the script that you memorized before you came out here, bro, and I don't like that shit.
And then again, I think that's a perfect example with LA Knight too. all he does is lose. But when he comes out and he says that he's the best, I fucking believe that guy when he says it.
All him. So what? Yeah, it's all him.
Is Theory over at this point or no?
You said what?
Is he over?
No.
Over what way?
No.
Is he popular? Like, is he? Like,
No, absolutely not.
No.
I don't even think I don't even think fans dislike him. I think fans just don't give a fuck.
Right. That's how I feel too. He does have his fans. There are some TikTokers who are fans of his, and that's fine. Yeah. But for the most part, like generally, I feel like when he comes out, the crowd just doesn't care either way.
The crowd
I say it all the time. He comes out and the crowd goes mild. There's just no reaction
because before
they don't care either way.
Before when he was doing that the cell phone shit, right? Before it felt like that was a stronger reaction than he gets now. Because I swear, bro, it feels like as soon as he walks out, you could just hear the crowd go dead.
Yeah,
I feel like the crowd has the same reaction that we do. It's just like kind of a groan, just like, oh, this fucking guy again. Like they're just tired of him. We're tired of him. They're tired of him. I'm done with him. Done with him. I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough, boys. You know what I haven't had enough of though? This podcast. But
root coffee.
It is time for us to go.
I don't know why. It sounded like you're about to do the ad.
I thought you was about to do that too. I thought you was about to start promoting.
Get 50% off with the pin code, whatever. As soon as you said it, dog, I was like,
oh, we doing one of these again. Okay.
Yo, now you caught me with that one, Nick. You caught me up with that one.
Hey, he fucked me up with that.
Man. Yeah, you did, because usually it was me. It was me plugging Rootless Coffee.
I was like,
you caught me there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was like, Hambone, we don't have to do this, bro. You're good. Like,
I thought he knew something we didn't.
Yo, lost that sponsorship, bro. We're good.
Yo, Rootless Coffee, if you want to sponsor us, I mean, holla at us real quick. Like, well, I'll plug you at the end. Yeah, I've already said it before. I've already got the whole thing down.
Yeah.
If anybody else wants to pay us, reach out.
I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, he knows something we don't.
I wish. You fucked me up there, Nick. I'm not going to lie to you. You fucked me up for that one.
Nick fucked me up.
Oh, my God.
Well, boys, I've had fun. I'm glad we're back.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. This didn't even
How are you two feeling about our first one back?
It didn't feel like 2 hours, bro.
No, it didn't.
No. I felt like we were going to have to kill some time, and we didn't. I was like, we ain't making it until 9 o'clock, and we did.
Well, we got to like an hour and 10, and I was like, damn, we got a lot of shows still to do. And I was like, okay, well, let's get into it. And then, nope. We go on tangents. That fucking fills a lot of it.
I felt like we had a lot more to cover. So when I saw an hour and a half left, I was like, damn, we might not be able to get all our shit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure too.
Yeah. Well, we are back officially. So every week, Sunday, 7 o'clock to whenever the fuck we feel like ending it. We're not saying 9 o'clock. We're done when we're done. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get however much of us you get. You know, might be an hour and a half, and you're just gonna deal with it.
Yep.
Right here on that purple site on YouTube. You see our fucking names right here on TikTok. Go follow us. You fucking marks. We'll see you next week.
You're damn right.
We'll see you in 3 months.
End it. End it. Turn it off.